Okay, Duane, there's a very touching question here, very sad experience. This friend, his new friend, is a former echist, and he started being in ech right before even he had his daughter, who is now 30 years old, and she's mad. She's also in a kankai, but she's mad. And so every form of treatment has failed. From that's medical treatment could not go, and now she's taking some traditional medicine, and the guy is essentially something like like an exorcist, is giving herbs and then doing certain practices to take out the evil spirit from her. And then she says what is worrying is that her daughter would not like to see her at all, like to see him at all. Sometimes she will burn his clothes and chase him around and all that. So he doesn't really know what to do, and even though the traditional treatment is helping, but he's just doing a little. So what is your advice in this situation, Duane?
Well, Charles, first of all, I don't have all the facts. That's just an idea of what's going on. There's a lot to have, isn't there? Charles?
Yeah, Duane.
Yeah, well, they're giving you an idea, but there's, you just don't resolve the situation. There's a lot more going on than just what's being told, dealing with ideas, etc., and whatever's happening with the individual. In other words, it could be like a person that's in a religion and they pray to their gods and they're being tap-lined. Well, they're being bothered by entities, and at the same time they're praying to their god, to take away the entities, but it's their God that's bringing the entities. So, again, it's awareness. It's recognizing what's going on. And I have situations with myself, too, that I have to deal with because being attacked here, because the powers that be, the dark forces, don't want me here. So I have to deal with that, too. And for a lot of it, there are no medical remedies. It's just dealing with it every day. It's like a soldier on the battlefield. He doesn't want to kill people or be killed, but he's out there on the battlefield having to deal with it. And so, is there an answer for everything? No, there really isn't. It's you just figure it out the best you can, or sometimes you walk away from the situation. It just depends. So, and the fella has a daughter 30 years old. Well, I have the daughter 35, but I don't really talk to her, and because she has her own attitude, she has her own life. So everybody has their own life. They decide. So it would be nice if there's just an instant cure for everything. But we also have the pharmaceutical industry today that's saying that they can fix everything, but they really can't, can they? And it really just gets worse. And so you kind of experiment, you do the best you can, but what is the answer for all this? Well, as long as we're in creation, we got to deal with something. Again, we just do the best we can, but the bigger picture is becoming more aware, seeing past this. So as we're going through the challenge here, while we're here, we decide something the best we can to recognize what's going on, so that as we do pass on from this world, we don't stay attached to the old ideas that keep us, lost even when we pass on to the next position. So, there's no, there's not always an answer for everything, Charles. Things are just what they are. It's like the ocean that's polluted with Fukushima. I'm sure it can be sorted out, but how are you going to do it? That's a whole lot. That's a big ocean. Got a lot of radiation and poison in it. How you gonna sort that out? So we as individuals, we have this awareness, and we've created a consciousness that we relate to, because this is what we pivot off of to eventually recognize more and objectively see ourselves and recognize more than just ourselves and our awareness. And that is the whole of life. So, heck of a challenge here. Yes. Go ahead.
Yeah, did I mention the fact that his daughter is also an echist?
Yes, you did. Well, again, realistically, these are all labels we have here. So the echist, Christian, etc. These are just labels. People look to the labels. The labels are authorities, and they don't really mean anything, but to the individual, it can mean a lot. I was familiar with the richest family in the world here, and a fellow that passed on, and his idea was that came first. Well, on the real side, that's all he sees. He's lost because he clings to that idea. So that doesn't matter. That's a personal choice that people make. The real awareness can see more when it wants to. So I always look at the intent of the individual. Being an echist is like saying, oh, this wearing a dress and a shirt. Okay, so that's the outer clothing. That's an outer idea. And besides, the Ekankar or the religions of the world or the governments, they're just on this planet here. That's as far as it goes. Don't go any further than that. It seems like in their minds that, it goes further and further and further. Well, as soon as they pass over into the astral world, they're going to find that there is no Ekankar there. There's none of these things that they thought were on the earth. And so again, these are just labels. So I see it's person to person, and they decide, that's a personal situation that they're going through. It has nothing to do if they're echist or Christian or whatever, worldwide educator like us, or whatever labels that are handled. We're all really beings of light, and again, it's a lot to figure out. This is where I do all these projects and create them for people because I do care, because of what's taking place in the world, and I do see the struggle that people have. But the outer labels, that really doesn't matter. What really matters is the individual and what they decide and what they want to recognize. So we, those of us that are sincere, we want to recognize more so the is, continually more so recognize it, because it's endless. Those that are with these other ideas, paths and teachings and, politics, whatever, they just want to be self-convinced by the ideas that they look to as authorities. There's a difference. So again, that's a personal situation, and those things just go on and on like they have for lifetimes. We've been through millions of lifetimes with those same situations, and you know what? They never change. It'll all just keep going back and forth, like and dislike, good, bad, whatever, till the individual really decides to focus on the bigger picture. So go ahead, Charles.
Oui, les amis.
Allô?
Oui, vraiment, est-ce que vous m'entendez?
Oui. Oui.
Ok. Ce que je constate est que Duane n'a pas voulu être spécifique dans ce cas. Il a parlé généralement. Il a compris ce qu'il est. mais il ne veut pas se prononcer. Il ne veut pas faire des prononciations. Bon, il a dit que il a dit un peu sur la médecine moderne qui donne l'impression que la médecine peut tout faire, mais ça ne peut rien faire. Et dans ce cas de ta fille, il dit que il a suggéré que peut-être qu'elle était là où elle était tablinée et que ça lui donne des problèmes maintenant. Que là où on soigne, tout ça, c'est utiliser les forces ce que tu écrives, c'est ce qui te donne la guérison. Donc il ne comprend pas comment ça va se passer. Et là dit que vraiment il ne connaît pas bien la situation et dit que quelque chose de spécifique dans ces cas est vraiment impossible et que chacun a fait les choix dans la vie et ce genre de choses. Donc, bref, il n'a pas donné une réponse à ça, mais il a parlé sur la médecine moderne qui donne l'impression que ça peut tout guérir, mais ça ne peut pas. Et il a aussi suggéré que les choix qu'on fait peut nous donner même si c'est dans la religion ou la spiritualité ou c'est quelle entreprise peut nous donner des effets négatifs et qu'on subit ça, mais ça provient de choix de chacun dans la vie. Donc, dit que on voit comment ça va évoluer et c'est une expérience. La vie ici, c'est l'expérience. C'est l'expérience. On est ici pour expérimenter les choses, pour grandir. On ne sait pas pourquoi cette situation est comme ça, mais ça provient des choix qu'on fait. Donc c'est un peu ça qu'il a dit. Est-ce que ces réponses te dit quelque chose? Je veux vous dire quelque chose. Cette réunion, c'est 1 heure de temps. Maintenant, on est presque à 2 heures. Donc, si vous posez une question, ça sera une courte question et la dernière question.
Est-ce que lui-même, personnellement, il ne peut pas, disons, enlever les mauvais esprits qui est dans la fille?
Ok. Oui. Ok, je pose ça.